Hi, my name is Ellie and I move into a new apartment in 3 weeks. So I need to plan what yarn to bring with me and what projects to make with that yarn. And I also can't find my microphone, but hopefully that will be fixed by part 2 of this video. First, I want to start with what yarn I have with me right now and what I'm making with it. So I have this pink yarn that I unraveled from a thrifted sweater and I'm making a poncho out of it. I've been working on that since April. And I need to finish it. I just have no motivation with it because it's the same stitch over and over and over again, and it's getting quite boring. On a more exciting note, I have these 2 giant things of yarn that I am making bags out of, matching bags for me and my mom. I got this yarn at an outdoor market and it's so much. And also I have these handles for the bags. This one will be for my bag, this one will be for my mom's. I just made a yarn purchase and I found a pattern I really liked, and this is a bit of like, I don't know, a confession I have to make. I've never made a sweater using a pattern. I just don't really have the patience for it. I always have my own ideas and I get nervous that the pattern's not gonna fit my body right. But I wanna make a pattern the legit way. I want to buy the yarn the pattern suggested in colors that I liked, that I ordered specifically for this project, and make it exactly as the pattern says. And so I got these paint box cotton yarn. I got this pillar red color and this ballet pink color for like my principal colors of what I'm making. And then for the ribbing, I have this red wine color. And so now I'm gonna show you the pattern. It's this really, really cute geometric tile sweater by Cassie Ward. I found it on Ravelry and I was just like, this is so fun. But yeah, the sweater's super cute. I love the shape of it. I'm gonna be making it in a size medium. I usually will go for a size small, but I want this to be kind of like comfy and baggy. All right, now to plan my projects. I'm going to be pulling up my Pinterest to get some general inspiration, and the first thing I'm going to look at is the clothes I want Pinterest board I have, and then I'm going to be looking at my crochet inspiration board, because I feel like when I'm making something, first I want it to be like a piece that I'm genuinely looking for, that I want to wear, and then I'll look at my crochet inspo board to see like what specific examples I might be able to go off of. All right, so I'm seeing like a little bit already. I'm seeing some wrap skirts first and foremost. So we're gonna keep that one in mind. Maybe a crochet wrap skirt. I'm specifically looking at these lacy white ones. I don't really know if I have that much of a white yarn, but hopefully I do. And I could maybe try filet crochet because that is, you know, so in right now. All right, so I'm not finding too much inspiration from my clothes I want board specifically. So now I'm gonna head over to my crochet inspo board. So the first thing I want to show is this sweater with the pink and the red, and this was the inspiration for the color palette I'm going on that geometric tile sweater, because I think the pink and the red are so cute together, and then just I'm making the addition of a darker red for the ribbing around the edges. I have a lot of patterns for like cool stitches, like this flower one right here that I might want to make that wrap skirt out of, but I'm not going to be finding any specific patterns until I have all of my yarn in front of me and want to decide what to do with each specific skein that I'm bringing with me. All right, now that we've looked at my Pinterest, I am gonna look at my Ravelry, just because I have a lot of patterns on my Ravelry that I just like save and don't look at. So maybe not the specific patterns, but maybe more of like, you know, a general look at what I'm interested in. Yeah, I have a lot of sweaters on here, but just I don't have a sweater quantity of yarn. This colorwork hat I think is so cool and would be a good way to use up smaller quantities of yarn, but I feel like for most of my yarn I have an awkward amount, like 4 skeins. And then I don't have any yarn that's like in the same material. This chroma hood, oh my gosh, I saw this I think in somebody's YouTube video, once again for smaller quantities of yarn, but my yarn is an awkward amount and I want to, if I have more than 1 skein of yarn, I want to use them together, you know what I mean? I don't want to treat them as scraps because they're not scraps to me, not yet. This wrap top I think is really, really, really cute. And let's see, it's fingering weight. Okay, I'd probably make a small in this, and I think I definitely have enough of some yarn to make this really cute Celine wrap top. So I'm gonna keep that in mind when I am looking through all of my yarn. Ignore my messy room and packing clothes. I am now home and I need to decide which yarn I'm bringing. So the first yarn I know I'm bringing is this yarn. I have 7 of each of these colors and one of this, no, not one, 2 of this color. So these are my 3 colors. These are a little more similar than I was hoping, but it's fine. I'm crocheting this sweater with it. I forget the name. The last time we saw these, they were a little bigger. These balls of yarn I'm crocheting a poncho with right now. So those are like my 3 ones I had with me and I know I'm bringing. But now I have the rest of my stash here and I need to somehow figure out what I'm bringing. So, alright, for the Serene wrap top I was talking about earlier, this is the yarn I'm using. Alright, this is Wonderland Yarns Summer Silk. And I have 4 skeins of this, and how many? 390 yards in a skein. So another thing I was talking about in my inspo was a wrap skirt. And I have a ton of this white baby yarn. I don't remember buying it, so it's low pressure. Just having a large quantity of white yarn is something I just like to have because you can basically make anything with it. I'm not sure what color this is. I think this one is cornflower, and I think this one's lavender. It's like the lighter purple option they have. And I have 5 skeins each of those, and I'm gonna pack those. Now you can't see, but in front of me there are like drawers and this little organizer thing full of yarn. But I'm moving on from my drawers to my big scary bin. I'm gonna dig around in there. I have like a hook case in there that has some hooks, and hopefully I will find some yarn in there to bring. In my mind, acrylic yarn is like no pressure. Like when I use acrylic yarn, it's like 0 pressure. I'm trying to phase out my acrylic yarn because I've been crocheting since I was a kid. I only really got into it in the past couple years. So, now is the only time I'm buying myself new yarn. And when I buy myself new yarn, I like to buy natural fibers. I don't really like the way wool feels. So I don't know if you've noticed that I like a lot of silk. I like a lot of cotton. I like linen. Acrylic kind of feels like you're suffocating and dying. But yeah, so I'm bringing some acrylic for like spontaneous projects, I guess. Like, if someone needs a last minute gift. I have these yarns that are like low pressure acrylic spontaneous project yarns. I'm not usually one to do a haul, but I went to a craft fair today, like a flea market craft fair, and I got some jewelry that I want to show you guys. There's this stand that is always there, and I wasn't home much this summer. I love looking through their vintage costume jewelry, but last time I went, they didn't have the costume jewelry, but thankfully they remembered to bring it this time for me, and I am so grateful, and I got some pretty cool stuff. First up, I have this. And I don't know, like, there was just something about this that enticed me. I don't know, the necklace isn't super me, but like, I knew it had potential as something. It's like, you can't see it well, it's like a braided piece of fabric, and it has like a chain running through it. And yeah, I think I want to turn this into a bag handle of some sort. But yeah, item number 1. Item number 2 and 3 kind of go together, but these 2 pearl necklaces, that both have different beads on them, but they're like they go together. So I'm kind of imagining them like stacked, or maybe a friend can wear one, we can match. But let me try these on. Yeah, like this is kind of what I was envisioning, one like looped around, one long. So yeah, this can be really cute. Now I have this watch that doesn't work and needs a new face. And I don't have like a watch looking watch, and it was, $1. So I just decided to pick this up, and I'm probably just gonna wear it, in my stack. I don't know. I don't really care that it doesn't work. Okay, this was just kind of fun. I love all the charms. I'm probably gonna take the charms off and do something different with them. I especially love these jeans. I think they're so fun. Like, now this one's for my sister. She doesn't watch my videos, so it's fine. I gave her this necklace once that was also from the same flea market, and she calls it the cursed amulet because it looks like a cursed amulet, and it's like the same color beads on it, and it's like a shorter necklace, so I think she could like layer this with her cursed amulet, and it's very her. She's very like maroon, very purple. Okay, this is my favorite thing I got. There's just something about this. I want to wear this right now, actually. Like, it's not the sweetest thing in the world, and I am a big mix metals girl. It just has that little bit of gold in there, so it like is my mixed metal vibe. Because a lot of my necklaces are this height, and then to have a necklace that's a little bit longer is such a nice variation to just own something that's like a little bit more dainty. Like I have longer necklaces that are a little bit more fun, a little bit more flashy, but something a little dainty that's a little longer but not like really long, I just think it's perfect. It's just perfect. Now this one's for my mom. This is so my mom. My mom is the queen of a fun statement necklace, and I think that's where I get it from, and I think she will rock it. This I just think is so classic. I just think it's pretty. I don't know. This is something I lost my favorite chain. My favorite like pretty gold chain I lost, and I'm mad at myself. But I got this, and it kind of fills a similar hole. Simple gold, good for layering. I got two pairs of earrings. These little birds. And these two are so fun. Oh my god. They're also different in general, but aren't those fab? I branched out a little bit today, and I went to another jewelry stand that I hadn't seen there before. I've only seen her this summer. And I got two things. Well, I actually bought one thing, and she gave me another thing because I was wearing a black polka dot bikini, and she was like, "So you need this." And so I'm thinking, like, what is my fall vibe? Like, what are my fall permanent on my body bracelets gonna be? And I think this is definitely gonna be one of them. And I saw it, and I was like, it's perfect. It's just so elegant. This is the necklace she gave me. It's so pretty. And it was so sweet of her, and I can't wait to wear this. And now it has like a super special memory. But yeah, there's my haul. Sorry I look crazy right now, but I'm all moved into my new apartment. I haven't had much time to work on anything with school starting, but I have had a little bit of time. So one of my very good friends gave me a denim jacket of his to embroider on at my leisure, and I didn't do anything. I forgot about it. So I have done a few little patches, but let me show you what I've done. Okay, probably the cutest one is this little cherry patch. Yeah, there's that. I did a little sun on one of the cuffs. I did a little like flower around one of the buttons. And now I'm doing this little design. Like this sort of stuff is what I doodle on everything. Like little patterns like this. I did little patches for Christmas for him, so I'll show you the ones I did last year during Christmas time. But I didn't have time to do a lot because the Christmas present rush got me. But this one I think turned out so cute. I'm super proud of this. And then this little star. And this will just be something ongoing. And hopefully one day it's covered in little doodles. Well, hello, a different angle with worse lighting. Here is a lovely lamp that my boyfriend didn't want for his apartment. And it is so cute. It has a little like table thing on the bottom. And I love it. I love this lamp. I think it's so pretty. It's like gold. But my only qualm with it is the lampshade. Now, I don't hate the lampshade by any measure, but I just think it could be better. But what I'm thinking is I see people like wrap yarn around lampshades, but I don't know whether or not I want to cut out the paper part and then wrap it, or like and just keep the wire, or if I want to wrap it over the paper. But I'm nervous if I wrap it over the paper there won't be enough light coming through the lampshade. We're having people over in like 2 hours and I still need to do my makeup, but I gotta get hustling to finish this up. But I did this big section of white here, these 2 stripes. I wanted like one big stripe of color somewhere, so I decided to do it here, and yeah, a little stripe. This one with like a stripe in the middle, which I think is cool. I would say I'm 2/3 done, maybe a little, yeah, about 2/3, a little less than 2/3 done. I kind of want to get it done before people come over tonight, but I don't know if that's going to be possible. A problem I do have is that I have this much white left, and I knew I was going to run out of this white, and that's actually why I chose this ball specifically. So yeah, I'm going to run out of this white and then start using another white I have. They might not match, but the good thing is they'll be interrupted by another stripe of color. But I already got a compliment on it from one of my roommates, and it's not even done yet. So yeah, hopefully it'll turn out good. So yeah, I think like I was really worried that the yarn was going to make this too opaque because I didn't take out the like lampshade itself and just leave the wire, because that's what I saw most other people doing. But there is no wire running through the lampshade, so if I took off the paper, it wouldn't really have stiffness or sturdiness to attach the bottom to the top. And I don't think it's blocking out too much light. So yeah, I think it's already turning out really cute and it really matches the vibe of my room. So yeah, let me keep trucking away on this. Here's my method, and this has made it go by a lot faster. I also feel like creates the neatest result, but I feel like it's turning out super smooth and super neat. But okay, here's my method. So I wrap the ball around a few times, and I like don't make it perfect. I kind of make it far away from each other, and then I push them together. Okay, now everything's pushed together and spaced out in a way I like, but it's still like not super straight and not like flush to the surface. I take the section that I just wrapped and then I pull on it and like tighten it and then adjust it from there. Let me do that real quick. So now this little section is nice and neat. It's tight to the lamp, so it's not like gonna be buckling in any spot, and it will remain flat. Let me do this white section and figure out my last couple stripes, and then probably the next time I'll speak to you, I'll reveal her. But here she is in all of her glory. I think it turned out really cute, and I think it really fits like the vibe of my room, which is very like feminine and playful, but also like artsy with little edge. And there's a lot of other little things I want to do around my room. I have these curtains I need to hem and just a lot of little stuff, but I think I'm gonna end this video here with my lamp and all moved in. Sorry about the terrible lighting, but I just want to bask in the light of my new lamp, which is not new and we found in the trash. I hope you have a great day, and you can follow me also on Instagram at Ellies.watercolors and here on YouTube. But yeah, bye.